What's up, guys? It's Chris here with Serving and Swerving, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about smoothies because I grew up a picky eater, so I didn't eat too many fruits or vegetables whenever I was growing up. So then whenever I moved out of my household, I realized, if you want your diet to be on point and just, I really cared about health, you need to start eating fruits and veggies. But I was super picky. I wouldn't eat any fruits, not an apple, blueberry, nothing. And I wouldn't eat any vegetables either, really, except for corn and, potatoes, which don't even count. But, I started eating healthy probably when I was around 17. I'm 28 now, so now I could eat almost any fruit or any vegetable, and my diet's really good. A lot of the times I won't even eat meat during the day. But if you are picky, like I was picky, one of the things I always recommend is, even now I'm a little bit picky, but not too picky. One of the things I always recommend is making smoothies, because you could get in a whole lot of fruit. You could add veggies in there too if you wanted to, but make smoothies and you make juices. And that's where you could get all the fruit and all the veggies in. Because if you're a picky eater and you don't want to eat all the fruits, I'm telling you, if you make a smoothie, especially if you add in Formula One's kind of expensive, but if you just add in protein, it tastes amazing. Or if you're not worried about calories, add peanut butter and it tastes amazing. But yeah, and I like to do that for breakfast instead of starting off your day with a bowl of cereal or a frozen little like a little breakfast frozen bowl or something like that. Do a smoothie. It's a good way to start. And a big size smoothie like this, you'll be full for 2 to 3 hours, legit. So smoothie's a good way to start because you can get your protein in, and you get everything you need in there. You get a nice little healthy start, but you're not going to get the crash like you would if you had carbs and sugar. So I'm just going to show you a basic smoothie recipe that I use. And I always switch it up a little bit here and there, but just kind of what I'm going to make this morning. So for me, I always like to do a kiwi. I actually get a lot of kiwis. Kiwis are really good. I might show a little picture of all the things kiwis are good for, but kiwis are always ranked in the top 5 superfoods or super fruits. So I always add a kiwi in there, and I make sure I wash my hands, but always do kiwis. Kiwis are really good. Then I'll do a banana, because a banana is a good amount of calories. It'll give you energy. One weird thing though about the bananas that I didn't know, they actually say if you use something about the mucus that bananas give you. So if you use milk and bananas in a combination, it's actually not necessarily good for you. Some people argue, but I use almond milk anyway because I try to cut down on animal products. And dairy is an easy way to do that. Milk tastes good, but if you're going to put it in a smoothie, it won't matter if you use milk or almond milk, And then spinach, one of the main ones. Spinach is really good. When I was making smoothies, when I started off, I didn't even add spinach to my smoothies. But then as time came along, like anything else, people just kind of give you tips or tidbits on what to add. And honestly, if you add spinach to your smoothies, it doesn't change anything to the taste. All it does is change the color, and you get a whole bunch more nutrients. So add spinach to any smoothie, and it's not going to change the taste at all, but you're still getting it in really good. I always wash my spinach just because I always pretty much wash anything. It's just a good habit to get into. And some spinach is different. If you go to, right now I shop at Deerberg's. Sometimes I shop at Aldi's. Aldi's, you can get a pack of this size for $1 at Aldi's. So you don't always have. And Aldi's has a good selection of actual good ingredients. It's not as good as Deerberg's, or some of those other places, but it's actually really good. So then you got your spinach in there. One of the main things you can do is, like I said, I try to keep it with this. I always look up online superfoods or super fruits or the top 5 best fruits, and blueberries are always on that list. Same thing with blackberries, mainly because of the fiber and the fiber with the blackberries, the antioxidants with the blueberries. And I always, like I said, I'm not crazy picky, but I'll feel each blackberry and kind of look at it, because some of them are soft or flattened or kind of gushy, and I just make sure I set those ones aside, But if it's a fresh pack, it should be fine. That's one of the biggest things about having fresh fruits and veggies is they go bad fast, so you got to kind of stick with it. But that's also good because if you go to the store every 3 days or so and you kind of plan it out a little bit, And if Anyway, like I said, I rinse off anything. Then just a handful of blueberries, and it's already looking like a good amount of stuff on there. And then we'll do the blackberries. Once again, I'll always kind of check them, you know, just to make sure there's no, you know, it sounds gross, but no mold or anything growing on them, because like I said, it grows fast. And you know, and you might want to add strawberries instead of blackberries or something like that. Always switch it up too. I think variety is key. Don't like limit yourself on one type of smoothie. And like I said, most of the fruits and veggies last 2 days. So 2 days do the blackberries, then the next 2 days do strawberries or something. I like to add egg whites on mine. Pretty simple, but I'm like, you could add a little bit in there and it's just like extra protein. You know, egg whites are like 25 calories, 5 grams of protein. It's just, you know, just add a little bit of egg whites in there, because why not, you know? And then especially if you just got done working out, rolled oats or dried oats are really good for you, and you can always switch this out for quinoa or something like that, but always with the dried oats, especially after a workout, which a lot of the times, you know, I'll make a smoothie after my workout. And then always make sure also you have a hand towel, because that's one of the biggest things with the smoothies is you know, you're gonna have to wipe your hands a lot because they're gonna get wet a lot from washing things off. So if you're always coming over here and using a paper towel or something like that, you're gonna waste a lot. So always make sure you have a hand towel on the side ready for you. A lot of the times I'll add an avocado. I will later on today, but you know, some days I just I switch it up. So right now I'm not gonna add the avocado, but I will later. Same thing with the peanut butter. Right now, I'm not trying to cut so much, trying to kind of just maintain, but I'm not trying to go overboard with calories, so I don't add peanut butter right now. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. So if you don't care about calories or anything, add peanut butter. You know, and like I said, don't you know, be discouraged from peanut butter. You know, it's really good. And some people add the Greek yogurt. I don't, because Greek yogurt's already super good by itself. So like, I just don't want to. You know, I'd rather just eat this by itself rather than putting it in a smoothie that I'm just gonna drink real fast. Same thing, some people add like an apple in there or something else. I don't use the apples in the smoothies because I think apples are really sweet and taste really good. So I make a lot of fresh juice. So, you know, I'll use the apple to kind of cut into the turmeric, ginger, or beets or something like that. You add an apple and it's really good because it's nice and sweet. There's a kiwi. Boom. And then, like I said, so the thing about the protein powder is, it really takes up the whole taste. So I mean, you know, it just kind of tastes like the protein powder. All of that stuff in there, you're getting it in, you're getting your protein in, and then it's gonna taste good too. So I mean, this right here, this smoothie that I'm making, a lot of the times I do this after I work out. Normally, before I work out, I just do like a thing of oatmeal or something like that, and then I'll work out, and then I'll have this big ass smoothie, you know, which has a little bit of everything in there, because you're gonna have your protein, you're gonna have your banana, you're gonna have dry oats, egg whites, you know, everything you need. And then that's whenever I might add in peanut butter. I'm not the big guy who's, you know, telling people not to eat a lot of meat or cut out on dairy products. But I mean, you know, if you think about it, you know, I would, you know, I just feel better whenever I cut out as much animal products as I can. That's why a lot of the times I do like Meatless Monday. You know, and this smoothie right here is big as hell, and it'll fill you up, and you're gonna drink it fast, all good stuff. You know, you can cut out a meal of meat just by making a smoothie instead of a meat meal. One of the worst things about making a smoothie is just that it's super loud. So I always feel bad because I always have roommates. So, you know, sometimes I'll even use like an extension cord. I mean, not at this house, but I've lived in an apartment where I use an extension cord and bring it outside or something like that because it's so loud. And see, that's a lot right here. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm gonna make this so it fills me up for like 2 to 3 hours. And if I just got done working out, like this is one of my big meals, I'd say. So that's a lot. But I know if I just like drink a little bit and then put it back in the fridge, I'm not gonna finish it because then it gets thick and nasty. So I just down it all, you know. All right. One thing about the smoothie is, even though it's a lot, like I said, I already finished like a full cup, so now I'm at another full cup, and I'll make sure I just dump it out real quick. So while I'm taking a little break from chugging the smoothie, Now is the time whenever I could rinse off the blender, and just kind of, it works, And if you do use peanut butter in your smoothies, make sure you like really rub in those walls good, because it'll stay like kind of greased on the outer layers. All right, good stuff. And like I said, I just downed that real fast, and like I said, you don't feel overly full until like 5 minutes later or so. But that's a good way. I just got in a bunch of blackberries, a bunch of blueberries, a kiwi, normally some avocado, maybe an apple, some protein, some dry oats, a banana. I just got in a big meal. I took care of my hunger for the next 2 and 3 hours with a healthy option. It's a great breakfast before you start your day. It's great after a workout, great for a lot of reasons. So if you're picky, do smoothies. I'm telling you, it's the best way to get it in. I wouldn't even, I'll eat blueberries every now and again, but like I wouldn't eat more than 5, I would probably like 1 or 2. But if you put it in a smoothie, mix it with the protein, or also at the grocery stores you go to, in like the fruit veggies aisle, you'll find a lot of smoothie packets. And in those smoothie packets, you add that and it's really good. I used to do that sometimes. Or just buy like the strawberry banana packets or something, and just add them to your smoothies, and it makes it taste really good. It changes the thickness, makes it really good. I don't add that because the protein powder is good enough for me. And like I said, don't limit yourself to one style, or don't limit yourself off of just what I did. Look up the top 5 fruits and add those into your smoothie, or look up the top 5 smoothie recipes. I'm just giving you a basic layer of kind of what I do, because I try to eat healthy as I can, and that means getting the fruits, getting the veggies. So as a picky eater, I wouldn't eat most of this stuff by itself. But if you add it in a smoothie, I'll guzzle it down, and boom, you got your fruits, veggies, nice and healthy. So that's just a quick recipe as far as smoothies go. I'll make other ones down the line, or I'll maybe even like do a video just about a kiwi, and have the top 5 best things about a kiwi, or the top 5 things about an avocado, or something like that. But I just wanted to make a quick outline of a good breakfast idea. So instead of starting your day off with, like I said, some cereal or some nonsense with a million ingredients, start your day off with some nice, fresh ingredients, some good fruit, and you'll feel better. Health is wealth, especially here in 2020. So like they say, your body, your mind can't have holy thoughts if your body's unholy, so quit eating so much, nonsense, fast food and stuff like that, and make a smoothie. Like I said, all of that together took like 10 minutes and that's to make it, to drink it, and everything. That took 10 minutes. You have time for that. You're worth it. Do good for your health, do good for your body, your mind, your spirit. Stay healthy, get your fruits, veggies in through smoothies or juice, and then do some lean meat. Make sure you're working out and stay active. All right, guys, subscribe if you feel like it. This is probably my last week here in Swansea, Illinois. Then I'll be going down to Destin, Florida, so I'll make some videos kind of checking out the spots out there. Take it easy, guys. Thank you.